conservation is not just a one-sided coin. It's a four-sided coin. It's not even a coin. It's like a shape of object that has several different facets, and one of those facets definitely is saving the animals from going extinct by captive breeding and all that other ventures. Now the second aspect of this whole thing is also saving the environment that the animals come from. If the animals do not have an environment to return to, or the animals don't have an environment that they naturally exist in, there's no point of saving a species, because the species has nowhere to be returned to. So that's the second thing I believe. And the third thing is also saving, educating the people in the native area so that they conserve what is remaining of these animals, you know. So all of these things, and then also educating, the fourth thing I believe is educating the next generation and everybody around that area, and just the general population and everybody in the community, like the fish community for example, so that they are aware that these animals are going extinct and that we need to do something to save them. So as a collective, we need to save our rivers. We need to save the animals that live in the rivers. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Malik's Water Garden. I just want to give you guys a really quick update on why I haven't made a video in the last 4 or 5 days. I know I was gonna make videos every single day, but something really bad or sad happened in the fish room, and I lost about 500 to 800 shrimp in the last week and a half. It's quite devastating actually. I was trying to kill the planaria and I used the chemical, and I lost a tank full of red Caradinas and several hundred shrimp throughout the other tanks. So I will give you guys some beautiful footage of some of the tanks, and I still have several thousand shrimp in the fish room, and we are doing great with those ones, but I did lose some of the nice ones that I was breeding, and so we got to get those colonies back up, like the red King Kongs, the black King Kongs, all gone, decimated. Those colonies, there's not even one left. I think I did manage to save like about 100 red Caradinas that are in here, and some of the smaller ones that didn't die or that were dying slower than the older ones. So anyways, it was happening, and I was trying to kill this planaria, and I put a chemical, and you know, ammonia spike or something happened. I'm not blaming the chemical, not blaming anything, and just, you know, blaming myself. But it was really hard for me to be happy and make videos since that happened, and that's why I haven't been able to update any videos in the last few days. And I did lose L239 in this tank as well. That was about a week and a half ago, a week ago maybe, and so that was quite devastating. And I did lose L333 Porter de Mas, which was actually quite disturbing to me. I think it was a spawning mishap. She was, I couldn't find her. I was counting the fish, and today I found her skull. So they ate it. Probably got stuffed into a cave by a male. And I wasn't paying too much attention for the spawning because there's a lot more spawning going on in the fish room. Subscribe down below and hit that notification icon because there's a lot of fry, and we are going to be updating on all of those. You know, I'm feeling a little bit better now, and I'm going to bite through the bullet and make you guys some more videos. It's not your fault that these animals died, so you shouldn't have to suffer needlessly and lose out on your video quantity or quota for the month. For the week, because of something I did, you know what I mean? So it's not your fault. So yeah, here we are making a video, and everybody else is doing great. All the other fish, I have quite a bit of fry in the fish room. I will be updating on all those soon, and full fish room tour is coming up. You guys have requested. And also, I did get the endangered fish that I was supposed to get. Thank you so much, everybody that has commented. All your positive comments meant so much to me. I read all of it. I just haven't responded. I don't know if you noticed, but I haven't responded to the comments in about 2 weeks now. And that's all because of what was going on. It was just really hard for me to actually put on a happy face and do, you know, whatever, and, you know, be responding to comments and stuff when I was losing hundreds and hundreds of animals in my fish room. Literally, I will show you some of the tank, the one tank that I lost all the shrimp in, and it's devastating. I mean, seeing that, I can't be, you know, sitting here and, you know, be responding. I did post quite a bit of video footage of the new fry in the last few days just to get myself out of the funk. I did clean up a few tanks, and I did post videos of that on my Facebook and Instagram. So if you guys are not following me, on Facebook, it's Malik's Water Garden, and on Instagram, it's Malik's Fish and Water Garden. I have been updating on those quite a bit, so follow me on those as well, so you get updates when I am dealing with some stuff like this and not able to update on the videos regularly. Thank you so much everybody that has subscribed. The channel's growing really fast, so if you haven't subscribed, help me out. Subscribe down below and hit that notification icon. We're almost at 1,000 and I have more than 4,000 hours this year alone. So I have more hours to be considered a partner. I just need the subscription. So if you are a subscriber and you want to help out the channel, share my channel with other people. Share it on social media and all the fish groups and whatnot, and help me out that way and get people to subscribe. I just need to get this last 70 odd people so we can become a YouTube partner, so I can do more live streams and all that good jazz. Especially when it comes to like stuff like what just happened. I would have rather just made a live stream for you guys, because then I don't have to watch myself being sad again. Because right now the saddest part about this is now not me talking to you about this, is for me to actually have to sit back and watch myself talking about this whole scenario and edit it, because then I'm gonna listen to myself saying this sad story like 100 times over while I'm editing, because I spend quite a bit of time editing the video, which is when it really gets to me, because I am so devastated when this happens. Like especially this, the 333 Porto Damas, those guys are very special to me, and I was not even joking. I was hoping that it was a 134, which is messed up, right? Which is a rare pleco in itself, but I only had 9 Porto Damas, and I mean now I'm down to 8. Hopefully they will spawn very soon, and they seem like they are spawning. There's a lot of spawning happening in the fish room, so I'm excited about that, and I think I will be getting fry from them very soon. But it's just really sad when you lose something that's so valuable and so rare. They don't export Porto Damas anymore from that location. The hyper-ancestors that comes from that location is no longer exported. So because of that reason, these animals are so rare. So I'm really devastated about that, and but it's not your fault. So I'm not gonna be letting you suffer needlessly because of that. All of you are gonna be getting daily videos in the coming days. My birthday is tomorrow, so if you are watching this right now and if this comes up on the day of, please comment below and wish me a happy birthday. And also, I'm going to be updating on all the tanks and all the new fry. I have quite a bit of fry actually, a lot of hyper-ancestors fry, which is really amazing news, and a lot of hyper-ancestors spawnings happening, quite a bit of spawning in the fish room. So we are going to be updating on all of those. So comment below and let me know if there's anything in particular you want to know and see. Update on the L0108 red lizard catfish is coming up. I'm actually editing the video. I just haven't been able to edit, it's really difficult once that shrimp died and then the pleco died, and then I was missing this guy here, and I was just like, oh no, it was just too much. So that was why I haven't been updating. So now you guys know. And but yeah, that's what's going on. But a lot of happy stuff is happening as well. So I have been posting quite a bit on Facebook, and if you are following me on Facebook, you have seen some of the fry and stuff. And if you are not following me, follow me on Facebook at Malik's Fish and Water Garden on Instagram and on Facebook, and you can see more updates there as well. And also Jerome, I was supposed to hang out with you earlier. I'm not feeling up to it, bro. Like this whole death thing with the shrimp, with a few people probably noticed, a few of my close friends as well, even some of my work friends and some of my personal colleagues. I've been kind of avoiding everybody in the last week and a half or so, because it's difficult for me to be happy and cheerful when stuff like that is happening, and I like to wallow in my misery for a day or two. I don't know if that makes any sense, but then I can get over it of my own time, and then be back to normal. And it's not like I stop working. I just get in here, stop thinking about everything, and take care of the rest of the animals, and that seems to get me out of my funk a lot more than just hanging out with someone. So it really was difficult for me to actually socialize, but I am better now, and feeling much normal, and up to socializing. And I am still sad about this. I've been counting everything all day, trying to figure out what I lost, and hoping it's not a L333, but I think it is. So it is what it is, guys and girls. Also, really quickly, I just want to add, I got the zebra loaches. My friend who works in a fish distributor in Montreal messaged me this morning. They did get a group of zebra loaches in today, and they are still being collected in the wild, although they are endangered, in limited quantities. So it's really sad to hear stuff like that. She is gonna try, and actually I am gonna attempt and get those fish myself. So I am going to be getting in contact with the distributor and getting that group as well. Now, having said that, these animals should not be collected from the wild. These animals should not be sold in the pet trade. Now, videos like this, as well as my last video about them, and all the other educational videos that I am going to be making on them, are going to be educational tools. So the animals that I have, the two that I have, even if they do not spawn, which I think they will be spawning because they are spawning right now, I'm looking at them spawning. So I'll document some of that and put you guys some beautiful footage. There's two different behaviors. There's social behavior that looks like spawning, and there's a distinct spawning behavior. I didn't get the spawning behavior on tape, but I did witness it at least 3 times already. So they are definitely gonna be spawning, and I am gonna be attempting several different things to get them to spawn. And so we will be looking at that in the upcoming video. So subscribe down below if you haven't, and share that type of videos with all your networks and contacts, because it's an educational tool. Now, just making that video, my friend who works at a fish distributor became aware of the situation, and she got her boss aware of the situation. Now that company, which is a major distributor and importer of fish, is probably no longer going to be importing this particular fish. So that's something positive that comes out of this type of videos. So it's not just conservation, it's also education. Education is, I think, a lot more important than just conservation, because me saving these animals is pointless if the ecosystem that the animals come from gets destroyed. If there's no ecosystem, there's no point of these animals being saved from going extinct. So there's nowhere for them to go to once they are saved. Like, we cannot reestablish a second population back in the native range if the nature that they come from doesn't exist. So saving the environment is equally as important as saving the species, and also educating the local population about these animals and the importance of conservation, and to make an economical value of these animals, so that conserving these animals becomes economically valuable for the people. If the people in that population find value in the fish that live in the river, they will save the river. This is actually proven in the Amazon region. And so I just want to add that to this video and say, making conservation is not just a one-sided coin. It's a 3-4 sided coin. It's not even a coin. It's like a shape of object that has several different facets, and one of those facets definitely is saving the animals from going extinct by captive breeding and all that other ventures. Now, the second aspect of this whole thing is also saving the environment that the animals come from. If the animals do not have an environment to return to, or the animals don't have an environment that they naturally exist in, there's no point of saving a species, because the species has nowhere to be returned to. So that's the second thing I believe. And the third thing is also educating the people in the native area, so that they conserve what is remaining of these animals, So all of these things, and then also educating, the fourth thing I believe is educating the next generation and everybody around that area, and just the general population, and everybody in the community, like the fish community, for example, so that they are aware that these animals are going extinct and that we need to do something to save them. So as a collective, we need to save our rivers, we need to save the animals that live in the rivers, and we need to really make an effort on saving the species that call these rivers home. And to do that, we need to save the rivers. Saving the oceans is an amazing thing, and we need to save the oceans and the coral reefs, and we are not doing what we're supposed to do in any of these ways 100%. So I mean, if you are a fish keeper, which I employ you guys, you're watching this video, so you are a part of the invisible ark. So work on saving the environment that is around us. Save the rivers, save the streams, save the lakes, save nature, save everything around us for the future generations, because if we don't do it, then nobody else will. So that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. As always, thank you so much. Lots of updates are coming up, so subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you on the next video. God bless you.